Welcome to What's in the Bag, where we give the voice to the voiceless and we let you say whatever is on your mind. My name is Marvina and I am your host.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome
Good
to another
morning.
day. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. We got the wrong characteristics up here. We ain't talking about
Yeah,
yeah.
the wrong title. I'm
But
sorry.
anyway, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We ain't talking about autism today, y'all. So we apologize. We didn't change the heading. But we have great topic today, this morning. A lot of y'all seen. But hello, good morning to all my early birds. Welcome to What's in the Bag Early Morning Coffee with Marvina, where we give a voice to the voiceless and we let you say what is on your mind. Good morning, y'all. I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm excited today. I'm blessed today. I can't express how I feel today. I am just thankful today. I give God all the glory today. Well, today in my cup, I have a good it's what is it, the donut brand coffee. I got my sister. Let me give y'all let me let y'all see what my sissy made sure that I had, and this is what I'm drinking today. Is it upside down? It's upside down.
Something different.
Some good stuff, y'all. This some good stuff. That's my sissy. I love her. Thanks again. What you, girl? And let me let y'all know he's my BFF co-host. Wow, girl, always on the go. Look at her.
Always on the go. Look, I'm riding. It's, you know me. I love my grandkids. It's baseball time, so I'm headed to them. I gotta show up and support. You know
Yes,
me.
you
In
got it.
my cup, I am drinking 8 o'clock original with some
Good
hazelnut.
stuff. That's
It
good
is
stuff too.
so good.
That's good stuff too. I like that. I love 8 o'clock too. I do. That's some good stuff. Well, let's go ahead on, y'all, and let's get on with our topic today. Well, it's not autism with children. I'm sorry, we forgot to change. My fault. Please, y'all forgive me. Some of my head here, not my heart. Today, we're going to talk about what's going on into these jails, the mental health in jails. And I really am so powerfully grateful to announce the person that's going to speak on this topic. She's my BFF too. She my sissy. She's my life. She's my love. You know what? I can't even tell y'all how much I love this girl, this woman, this queen. She's everything to me. I'm right up under her. She's a big sissy right up under, not the oldest, but I'm right up under her. I love her so much. And hey.
Hey, Di, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Sissy. Good
How are
morning.
you? How are you?
Yes, we are so grateful for you to come up and give this awareness.
Yeah,
This is really needed. I mean, it's needed, and
I'm
I am so excited
I'm
about this.
excited about this one this morning
Yes,
too.
yes, and for who greater than to give to give this information than my sister, my best friend, she's been in this. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. I'm just gonna ask her to let y'all know. Hey, Sissy Dada Ellis, let's see
Hello.
your big girl.
The invite. Thanks for having me. This is a passion of mine. I've been in corrections for 27 years. First, let me start off. I don't drink coffee, and I have me some tea with turmeric. You see my company's name here. and some honey. So that's what I'm drinking today, and
All right, then.
what's in my bag is I've been in corrections for 27 years, and it's the best kept secret. I've been a nurse for 30 something years, and when I first started corrections, I didn't have any idea of what's on the inside. Um, Mental health wasn't as prevalent as it is now. As you guys know, it's everywhere, and all of with the shootings and everything else is part of a mental health, whether people do it intentionally or unintentionally. It's still mental health because nobody in their right mind goes around killing people.
Right.
Right.
So we have our opinions, we have our observations, but you know, we used to have jails, cell of silence, and stuff like that, like you guys are talking about in a couple of your topics, where people were able to go and get help. And they had places for them. Most of those places have closed down. So guess where the next place is?
Right. Right.
In jail.
Wow.
Because families don't know how to deal with these people. They have morbidities. I'm sorry. Mental health medication, taking it and making themselves feel better is not their first concern.
Mhm.
They're out there. It's drugs to make you feel better. It's the methamphetamines and stuff like that gives them that calmness because they don't want to feel hype and out of control and stuff like that. So they resort to drugs.
Mhm.
They're opinionated and to call people, but it's a sickness. It's available to them, was provided to them, and they're in that world. And once they gone too far or have exhausted all the means with their family have them arrested. Then they're
Wow.
here with us. And then we get all the phone calls and all the visits from the families and the concerns and the letters because they want us to give immediate gratification. They want us to cure them.
Wow.
So, when I first started in corrections, mental health was just part of the medical department. You treated the medical people and you gave them mental health piece with their medication. Now it's two separate entities.
Oh, wow.
They had to create a whole mental health department. Every jail that we're in, we have a mental health department. Someone that just focuses on our mental health. They come in, they want to commit suicide. Some people are successful.
Wow.
Some people try it and we end up saving them. It's sad.
Wow.
Because that old saying, a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Yes.
You just see them, and some people you can't even bring them back.
Wow.
So it's very disturbing. It's very concerning. It's and some gratification because sometimes you see people that come in and end up getting rehab, and they come up with programs to help them when they get out. But some people you've seen, they're frequent flyers, and when I say frequent flyers, been in jail over 30 something times for the same thing. Because as soon as they go back home, the family bring them back in because they don't know what to do with them. Once you don't take your medicine and you start flipping out and doing crazy stuff and tearing up houses and fighting and doing type of stuff, what they gonna do? Call the cops. Wow. And the cops bring them to jail.
Wow. This is like crazy. So basically we're using the jail as a hospital.
Well, in both ways, medical and mental.
Yeah.
It's an institution now. It's where, because we don't have nowhere to put them, and they go to jail. Now y'all take care of them, but that's not really what jail was made for. I thought it was just for people that just commit crime. I guess once they commit crime, that's what they do.
Honey, they don't have no age, no creed. They come in blind. No legs, one leg, two leg, whatever, no arms, can't see, can't talk, sign. If you commit a crime, you come into jail. It used to be that those type of people didn't come to jail. Now, they don't know if you dying from a disease, cancer, whatever the case may be, You
No
die
matter.
in jail.
Dying in jail. Commit a crime, you just dying in jail.
Exactly.
And they don't even realize it's the mental health thing
Right.
that's got them in this predicament.
But I have to say, we have awesome mental health programs. We have
Right.
psychiatrists, psychologists, mental health nurses, social workers that help to rehab them to different institutions once they're discharged. We have excellent, excellent mental health programs.
Okay.
But
Wow.
just
Wonderful.
like I said, if the environment when they're going back home is the same, they come right back.
Wow.
They
So
go through
very
all
bad.
that. They go
Yes.
through all that in jail and counseling. They're seen 3 times a week. Because you have people that are actually locked down for 23 hours and they only can come out 1 hour a day.
Wow.
1 hour a day. Could you
Wow.
imagine being in a cell for 23 hours?
And you have some type of mental
And that but
problem.
you might not even have a mental problem, Yvonne. You might develop that. Could you
That
imagine
yeah,
just looking
yeah.
at the wall for 23 hours and you have no contact to people?
That's
The
torment.
1 hour that they able
Wow.
to come out is for rec or to take a shower, to walk around or whatever. After that hour is over, they have to go back and lock down.
Wow.
And
That's like
Wow.
torment.
those
That's to
people
me.
that
Yeah,
that's
that is
those people that
it's like a form of torture.
and it's not really torture. That's what they do for those people that have committed hard crimes.
Wow.
They committed hard crimes. They're just not allowed to come out because they come out and they don't have nothing to lose. So
It's
they
Yeah.
right about that. That's
or
right.
fight or whatever the case may be. So it's a security thing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you feel that the numbers, the number of mental patients being put into jail is largely due to a lot of the hospitals losing funding and closing down some of their programs?
Oh yeah, definitely, because they don't have any places that they used to have. We used to have many mental health places that people like
Yeah.
that could send to, but we have when the person is that bad, we something called it 1013, and we
Mhm.
really can't do anything with them in the jail. They're sent to a mental institution, but you have to meet a criteria to go there. You can't just say,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
take Mr. Johnson.
Right.
Mr. Johnson can't be violent. Mr. Johnson have to have stipulations because once you get in there, they don't want you coming in there killing anybody or doing those things.
Right.
You have to get
Right.
them therapeutic. They have to
Wow.
be to a certain level, and if they're taking their medicine, we have to watch and make sure they're doing that. It's a lot to getting the person back from a long road that they went into. Because just like I tell you, most of the time they come in with comorbidities. My mental
Yeah.
health portion of them is nowhere near their concern. They have drugs, they have whatever the case may be to cope. They don't want to take that medicine to make them mellow or give them kind of sleeping all the time. And it's just a
Yeah.
whole lot more to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
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 Wow. I'm like
Wow.
shocked. I told you because
Yeah.
I realize it's out here. And where
Yeah.
do they go once they do, they're out here, and once
Mhm.
they do what they're doing, what happens to them? And they literally go into jail and have to be put in. And it's like you said, what if they don't take their medication? What if
There's
Right.
a lot of
Right.
that who refuse it because they don't want that feeling, or they just not at that state of mind where medication is what they want. We have patients that monthly get injections that help them stabilize themselves. We don't force medication. They have to say yes.
They gotta say yes to it.
Wow.
Yes, we say
And
yes.
if
So
they don't say yes to it and it's an issue, they go in there, then they
some
wind
of
up.
them don't want to take a shower. Their mind is just not there. It's just not there regardless of how and the social workers do an awesome job in talking to them and seeing them because they have to see them at least twice a week. And then and then we have to talk if they're locked down. We have to go talk to them at least 3 times a week to make sure they don't have any medical needs because, like I
Wow.
said, they're in that cell.
In the
Yeah.
cell by
Wow.
themselves.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
need
this
any medical help, and they be
this
like,
is
"Oh no, not
crazy.
today." Yeah.
Someone said, what do you say about the man who killed their baby mother and their children
Oh my
in
goodness.
themselves? Come on
Right,
now.
and that's that has a form of mental health, But those people have a mentality: if I can't have you, nobody else will.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Let me
that
show
goes
you the
way
picture.
back.
The picture they showed of the black man who did it here. They showed a picture of him when he was behind. You could tell it was in jail because you can see it was like a jail mug. He was in jail before. This is
Yeah,
not
exactly. And
somebody.
he
He
had
had a
beat her.
history.
He had beat her before. There
They
was
have a
plenty of
history.
signs of that one. The family said that he'd been in and out.
Which one? Because there were
I'm talking about
there
the
were
black one. That kid took the baby and shot the baby, and I mean, and
because
killed himself.
because
Yeah, he was beating.
well, because this morning they had another guy that killed his child's mother behind the daycare center
Right, exactly.
the
That's the one
other
I'm
day.
talking
Yeah,
about. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Because
he killed
I'm
that.
saying these are things that are these people. This can't be something that just happened. These
but you
people
can't
have
blame
to be.
everything. Everything is not blamed on mental health now.
That's
Yeah,
I feel that way
yeah,
too.
My
Thank
thing
you.
is that people have low self-esteem. They know who they are, and they know that this person has been everything to
That's a mental
them,
health to me.
and they are not willing to give them to anybody else because
That's
now
a
that
mental
person
health
is
to
sick
me.
and tired of being sick and tired and ready to
Mental
go,
health issue.
and they figuring that
exactly.
you ain't going nowhere. But
That's a
not
mental.
necessarily. Maybe.
I believe it is.
Maybe
I
some
mean,
people,
if you
some
think
people.
you can control
Rwanda,
someone
Rwanda, I
because
mean,
you
some people are just
control
mean.
mental issue.
Some people are
Yeah,
in these gangs or whatever else, and they don't have no remorse.
Mental
yeah.
issue.
Some of these people that we come in here, they ain't mental health.
They got mental issues.
They got. I ain't even gonna say issues. They
Yeah.
got issues. They ain't
They
mental
got
issues.
issues.
They just at the fact that they cold blooded. They're in these
The
Yeah.
gangs.
reason why I say they mental issues, but let me say this: the reason why I feel like it's a mental issue, it starts right here, right up in your brain, that you can do these things to people because of why. Okay, you feel like you can kill me because we have a relationship. What I'm still trying to figure out, what's your reason? You get in these gangs to kill people because that's a mental problem. That's a mental issue. They might not be autistic or this, but it's an issue. It's a mental issue. Somewhere around there, something ain't clicking that you don't realize that you're not God and you can't take nobody's life in your own hand because of your mental state of mind. You're mental right now. Yes, I think it's a mental issue. Maybe not mental health, but mental issue.
Well, I always go back to and I've been saying this for a very long time, is that life. It seems as if life has no value. Life has no value. Um, a lot of things is being poured into kids from little people. Little people. Look at what we were talking about yesterday about Lil Mom and some of the stuff that was coming across her YouTube
Yes.
feed, and I'm like,
Yes. Yes.
and one of the cartoons said, I've been having these dreams about killing
I'm
my
killing my
parents,
parents.
but now I don't. And I said, wait a minute. I said,
This is
what did that
what's
just
on. That's
say?
what I'm saying. So this is where they starting right here in the mental mind, getting these kids. I'm sorry. This
I
person
feel like,
said that he
okay,
was wearing a monitor. Who was wearing a monitor?
who's wearing much?
Who is who? I don't see who this Facebook person is. Please tell me who you are and who is wearing a monitor. Which case? Because we got a few of them going on because they all crazy. Okay, so tell me
Yeah,
which one.
And wearing a monitor just keeps you in a place. It don't stop you from doing anything.
I
exactly.
understand. What they were
It
saying
just
is that means
limits
he
your
probably did
movement.
it before.
Yeah,
That's
but that's
why,
what they
he
said.
was in jail before for whatever reason. So he was
The
wearing a
reason one that
monitor.
did it behind the daycare, just with the woman, the family is on there saying that the judicial system failed their sister and niece or whatever because he had beat her before,
Before
went to jail before. All this was all on record, and nobody
they
did
had,
anything.
yeah.
But I think, didn't she just recently take the restraining order off or something?
I don't know.
I don't know if she took the restraining order off. I know they said that there was a stalker. She had a stalker thing against him, and an order of protection. So I don't think she took it off of him. And I know they were saying that he had her to call her family, and he committed this crime in
It's
front of their
sad.
child.
It's sad,
Yeah.
but it's hard. It's so much this going on. People don't take people seriously anymore. Even remember now, case in point, Yvonne. Remember that time we were in court and that lady was begging for her life,
Yes.
and she
Oh,
asked the judge. The man parked his car, his what you call them RVs on
RV.
her property, and was living on her property, and she begged the judge here in Douglasville to make him move. Told the judge that she's going to lose her life. Told
who was
the judge. This was a lady here in
This is
Douglasville.
I know, but
she
who
was
was the person that parked the RV?
Her
her
boyfriend.
husband. Her
Her
husband.
husband.
They were getting a divorce.
Yeah, they were
Wow.
getting into. I'm sorry, and she was begging the judge, please. She told him that he has an issue, but
Yes.
the judge did not tell him.
And,
She did not grant it. He did not grant it.
and let me kind of set the scene. Marvina and I were sitting there, and these two people they call their case, and all of these sheriffs come into the courtroom. The lady is on one side, and you can tell she is terrified to the point where everybody else in the courtroom is looking like what's what's going on, what's going on. And then she gets up there and she starts to tell her story and the things that she said about this man. And there was a restraining order. This judge comes back and says, well, him being in his RV is at least 100 feet away from you, so he can stay on the property. She said, ma'am, all I'm trying to do is just get my things and just leave, because he's never going to leave me alone. And she allowed this. And not even a month later, I'm watching the news, and this woman was murdered by him.
Murdered by him.
Wow.
He killed her.
Murdered by him.
Red flags.
Yes.
So you don't know where to go for help. So
Yeah.
You might put them in jail, and they might get the mental things that the jail is giving them, but then they come back out like that I said, and they go back and do the same exact thing. It's unfair that we have nowhere to really go. If somebody's gonna kill you, they gonna kill you.
No outlet,
no outlet, no nothing.
When they are determined, when someone is determined to carry out an act, I don't care if it's an act of kindness or an act of violence, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. I feel that we have to be armed, not armed in the sense of having a gun, but armed with the tools and the resources to get help, and those agencies to provide thorough assistance and protection.
You're right, but Yvonne and Vina, you have to realize that it's not a cookie cutter. It's not cut.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And when you only heard what she said, but we don't know what happened. Even though he had the right to that house, they owned it.
Yeah, and that's what
taking
stuff and leave under what grounds? Under
that's
what she said?
That's what I'm saying. We have no one. We have no outlet, because he got rights and laws too. But the fact of the matter is, the man had priors. She done told this wasn't like something that happened yesterday. She's telling these people that he's going to kill her. He's stalking her. He's doing she's begging for her life and have nowhere to go.
And then for that many sheriffs to come in that court, me as a judge, that's the first thing I would have looked at and said, okay, whatever. But it was more like, and I get it, because judges, just like any other, they can only carry out what the law states. It personally, she may have been saying, we need to kick him off planet Earth or something like that. But she has to. Her hands are tied. So that's what I mean by when I say the tools and the resources. I think that we have to get better laws on the books, for one, and then not only have better laws on the books, we have to have people that's not afraid to carry those, carry out whatever comes down for them. Because I've seen some sheriffs come out and they are afraid. They're afraid to go after the perpetrator.
Well,
They
I
are
think that was
afraid.
one of the cases with the killing of the children. Maybe
Right.
they were
Yeah, they
afraid.
afraid.
And I mean,
You
I
know,
like what Gloria here said. I just have to
right.
touch on this. She
Uh,
says that some of the things we see when they go undiagnosed as young. I feel the same
and
way.
Gloria,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
let me comment on what Gloria's saying.
Okay.
I didn't even talk about our youth, our juveniles, and this is adults I'm speaking of. Juveniles is a whole nother topic. What they do for
Mm.
mental health for juveniles versus adults, because you got legal stuff. You can't touch them unless they talk to their parent. Certain stuff
Oh
you can give
wow.
them. Oh yeah, it's a whole lot when you're dealing with the juvenile centers. We can't just do stuff. Everything the parent is, of course, they're 17 years old, 16, 15, 14, 13, and they just, some of them just act out. Some of them can't be with others. You have some that kill people. That's the whole nother. That's the sad part.
Wow.
Because just like
Wow.
Oh
Gloria
yeah, we're
saying,
gonna talk about it. We
right?
definitely
Just
gonna
like
talk
Gloria
about it because
saying, those kids, the writing was on the wall, and the parents, until they got tired and sick and tired, where they end up now, they in jail.
Wow.
well, that's
We got whole juvenile centers. We got laws and policies and procedures for them that is different from what we can do for the adults. They don't have with certain stuff we can do can't do to them until we get consent from their parents.
wow.
Wow.
Of course.
Wow.
Well, we don't want nobody to do anything to their children. We feel like our rights are being taken if they don't ask.
Well,
But
it
they
makes
don't
sense.
do nothing
It
about
makes
their
sense.
kids. Sometimes their parents don't do nothing. It just you be wanting to. That's a whole another topic.
Well, like I said, for me, sometimes with parents, is some of us, we like I said before, we want our kids to be healthy and whole, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And sometimes it's hard to admit
That's some
that
parents.
that our kids have a problem.
That's
And sometimes because we're not admitting it, they're not getting the help that they need
yeah.
at those very pivotal times in their lives. And so it's like a band-aid. You putting a band-aid on a wound that needs stitches.
I wish
So
I
you
heard
keep.
this. I'm sorry. I'm
Mhm.
so sorry.
That's right.
Did you hear about this?
What's that?
No,
I haven't heard anything about that.
I
A
haven't.
71-year-old man that shot up the church members. I did not hear anything about that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you
Oh
right.
no! I didn't hear. I didn't hear about that
That
one
was
either.
a
I'm gonna look
deep
that
one.
up when
Where
this
was
is
that
over.
located? And if
Yeah,
someone, give us information on it because I would love to hear about
yeah,
it.
But the other thing that you have to understand about the juveniles is that a lot of their troubles start in school.
Right.
I remember when my kids was in school, and that was not even the times now. You had to wear a certain thing. You had to try to fit in. You had to try to just be in society, and it's cruel.
Right.
Those kids used to snatch your tags off your clothes if it wasn't the right one. This is back when my kids was little. Never mind us and now. And it's the biggest thing you worry about some grease on your face and fight or whatever. They have guns and their bullying system is just horrendously crazy. So you're sending your child to school. They don't want to come home and tell their parents and complain, and they supposed to father to be tough and all this stuff, and they have to deal with this in school.
Yeah,
trying to get an education. I remember my son was on the chess team, and he did so good on the chess team, and the people started teasing him and calling him a nerd, and he dropped out.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
He wasn't doing no more. He was real good at it. I said, girl, you can't worry about people. He didn't later on in life, but at that time in his life, friends and being accepted was important.
Yeah, peer pressure is
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but anybody that tries to fit in, whether you mentally challenged or anything, You know, if you feel that you're not, if someone don't accept you, you start acting out. You start.
Yeah, Vina, you a
Yes,
testament of that for
yes,
real.
yes,
You know your
yes,
Yeah,
son went
yeah,
through hell
I
in
like
school.
what this person said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again. The government, especially in Georgia, allows mental challenged people to purchase and carry weapons.
yes.
Sometimes we have
Mhm.
to wonder if our judicial system is mentally challenged. It
Yeah,
is.
but where are they asking those questions? And when
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
That's why
lie and say no, where's the
'Cause-
proof that I am?
And there's nothing
This
on
is
those.
people
There's nothing
important.
on those forms that
No.
say, "Are
Mm-mm.
you mentally challenged?"
Right.
And if it were on there, who's gonna be honest and say, "Oh
I
yeah,
say,
I got
oh no,
problems."
I'm
because
crazy.
it's discrimination.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
got rights just like we do.
Mhm.
Just
I
because
keep
they're
saying
mentally challenged don't mean that they can't
we keep putting
carry a gun, which is crazy to me.
we
You
keep
can,
putting
I
a
said to you,
band-aid on a wound that needs stitches. We need an overhaul of we need an overhaul of the judicial system and the hospital system and how mental people with mental issues are dealt with. Because I remember when my aunt, God rest her soul, she was a nurse over at Crawford Lawn for like 30 some odd years. And then when Grady had that huge nursing shortage for a while, she would go over there and work sometimes. And I remember we were at my grandmother's one day and we were all talking, and she was saying that she was a little she was a little frustrated because they did away with the eighth floor at Grady. And for most people who don't know, the eighth floor at Grady was the mental ward,
mhm,
and anything that happened in within the Atlanta city, they didn't send them to jail. They sent them to
right,
Grady
right,
for
right, right.
evaluation and treatment. And then if they needed further treatment, they were sent out to different places like Willowbrook and other places like that.
Georgia
Um,
Regional. Yep.
yeah. And so she said that, now she said now they won't be getting the help that they need. She said some of them are not supposed to be sitting in jail.
Oh, yeah.
She said some of them is just, she said they may have an episode. She said it's a couple of people. She said I know for a fact they ran out of their medication and they don't have the money or the means in order to get it. And she
Mhm.
said so now with this new policy, they're gonna be sitting in jail somewhere. And she said and they may wind up getting the wrong type of medication.
You're right.
Yes,
And then so she said the
Mhm.
system needs an overhaul.
yes.
And this was at the time that she was working with she was working with Dr. Mack for a while.
Mhm.
And they were both saying the same thing, that they needed an overhaul of the system, and that when some of the federal funding got cut, that was one of the biggest programs that got cut at the hospital for that really truly affected a lot of the patients.
Well, I mean, we got during COVID, we had a lot of funding. So you know what they decided to do with a lot of the funding they got in Atlanta? They decided to build a building or whatever they're going to build and take all the homeless people and put them in these buildings and get
Yeah.
them out. They cleared out, but there's some issues because there are mental. To me, they're not really putting it where it's supposed to go. If you know that there's a problem with mental health, I believe that they need to start building, facilities for mental health people, not just trying to get people off the streets. Because believe it or not, they're gonna go back. I done
Yeah.
seen many of them
And
go
we'll
back.
believe
That's
it
what
or
they
not,
like.
they are.
That's their mentality. They going
That's
back
it.
out
They like it out
there.
there.
They
Yeah.
like it out there.
Mhm.
When
Hmm.
I ride down the street, this one over where I work at, I ride down the street. This lady sits on this. There's a like a bench. She built her everything she has is on this bench. She don't even move. I don't even know who feeds her. I never seen her move from off this bench. So what I'm saying is, yeah, you trying to take all the people off the streets that wants to be on there, but what about all the people that really needs somebody, these mental facilities, people that really gonna work in these places and care,
Yeah.
because we got to
I can
find
tell you,
people. That's
I
another
can
thing.
tell you
Find
some
people that
horror
care,
stories.
that's gonna work in there.
Right.
You
I
see
can
what
tell
I'm
you
saying?
some
We gotta
horror
get.
stories.
I'm
I can tell
sorry.
you some horror stories of people that what they do in the jail system. It's just unheard of, some of the stuff that the mental health do, because they gone. You can get them medicine, you can give them whatever you want, but they're so far gone that they're in a whole nother world. This one girl, She used to take toothpaste and have her whole hair slicked down. And that's what she did. If you didn't give her the toothpaste, she'd freak out. So it's just what she did. She slicked her whole hair with toothpaste and was pregnant.
Wow.
And would be feeding the baby to all kind of stuff. But, you know, to me, the person that pregnated should be in jail.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way because you know she has some issues. Yeah, Di, they don't care. People just don't care anymore. They just don't care. Yeah. Let me see what Miss Gloria said. Let me see. Could we read this? So they say I have met some at a young age. It was a little tough, but we got through it, and he changed. But I don't know how he's doing now. But I hope well. Okay, I'm not understanding it. Who did you kind of clarify that for us? Because I didn't get what you were saying, Miss Gloria. So they say I have met a young person you met before, and I'm a little lost.
Yeah, she's saying that she met someone who had some mental challenges when he was younger, and basically got the help, and he was doing better. However, she doesn't know how he's doing now.
How he's doing now. So you so you did come by. Okay, I got it now. I'm a little slow, I guess. You know I'm a little slow there. Man, but I'm just so, it's just, I didn't hear you.
Oh, no. I say you good.
No, okay. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's just ironic. I just feel that we need to get awareness of what's going on out here and get a, understanding. Like for Diana, she is in here dealing with these people all the time. She's a traveling nurse. She travels all the time. We don't even get to see our sister. She's in teaching them people, and they're teaching them people how to she teaches these people all the stuff that they need to take care of, whether they're mental issue, whatever. But we don't even get to see my sister because she knows that this is something that's needed, and I commend her because even at this point of it. Having mental health issues and being put in jail doesn't make it any easier to be put into an institute, because now we combining these things together, and I got to learn not only to deal with the people that is committing a crime, I got to deal with the people that have mental issues.
Yeah.
Because now we don't have enough to know where to put them. Where we gonna put them?
And then you also got to think safety of self. And that's something that we haven't touched base on. The safety of self. Because you think about it, Di, when you go in there to administer medications and things of that nature, and you know that somebody has mental issues, and you already said a good portion of them have totally checked out.
Oh yeah. There's those feces at you, those urine, and whatever the case may be. You just have to keep your distance and give them the medicine, because yes, we've had it done all the time.
Wow. Let me ask you a question, Di. So, given where you work at, in the jail and dealing with a lot of people, what would be one of the biggest changes that you would make that you feel will have a great impact?
Right.
Well, like I was stating, when I first started corrections, mental health wasn't as prevalent. We have a lot of resources inside the jail, but outside the jail, once we either connect them to someone or find placement for them, there's not a lot of resources on the outside to help them to continue that process. I wish we had more resources on the outside to accept these people, to help them to get back into society or correct what it is. Because some people are only there 2 or 3 days and then they're gone. You just started them meds and trying to get them, and then they're gone, and then they go wherever. You might see them again, might not see them again, but there's the continuity of care to do the follow-up on the outside, to me, is the problem. There is some resources, but not enough. Like Vina was saying, we don't have a lot of places to send them, to help them, to make sure that follow-up. And like Gloria is saying, you don't know what happened to them because you can't do that follow-up.
Wow. You don't know where to follow up to, where to go, where they're at, you know.
Yeah, and they come back and tell us, I tried, but you know, I went back out and I went home and everybody was doing the same thing. So I just got back in it.
Yeah, and going back on what about the homeless people, of course, Auntie, that's right. And they don't have any responsibilities. They don't mind living on the street. But our mental people do mind. We need help. We need some help out here. And, you know, if you choose to live out on the streets, you know, and I've known people, that's what their choice. They like, they rather. They make more money out on the street than they do sitting there going out here on a 9-to-5 job. Because people give them money. Now they holding them cards. Okay, you don't have you only got a cash out card. Okay, slide this.
Yeah,
and my BFF has a brother that she wasn't able to find for like 20 years or something. And her cousin was walking down the street in New York and found him. So every time she goes to New York, she go back to that same place, and he right there. He won't accept nothing. He won't let her do nothing. He won't come with her. He's comfortable there. Everybody know him at all the stores, the offices or whatever. That's where she visits her brother.
That's their home. Some of them have tents out there. They have the tent community. They don't want nobody to come in and thinking that where they live is wrong. And they think where we live is wrong because we stupid for paying bills and working for the electric bill and when the water gets turned off. They know how to survive. They're survivors.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always a mental health for us. We think, because, you know, there's like my sister. Let me tell you something about this one right here. She loved the outdoors. She'll go out there because she's been a National Guard. She'll go out there and do camping. I'm looking at her like, camping? She knows that stuff, you know. She loves
the serenity of it. You know, wherever you find your mental health, which is mine, nature and water and stuff, that's what I like.
See?
The other stuff that's disturbing and crowds and malls and all that stuff, you can have that. I like peace.
Right.
Those things bring peace.
Right. So, but this one right here, she'll go hit a hotel. She's like that lucky you're gonna get her to get in the pool and, you know, chilling out. This one, talk about the one on top of my BFF. She ain't going out there with them bugs and lizards. She see a lizard, she running one way and the lizard running the other.
That's right.
So, you know, it's what's your preference, your mental stage when you act. But, you know, that's what I'm saying. They did the same thing with the homeless. They looking at us like we crazy, and we looking at them like we're that crazy. Y'all think y'all supposed to take a bath every day? No, that's stupid. Okay, once a month is good for me. Okay, but but that's their mentality. We can't get mad at what people feel and think. But when you got them mental problems where you need help, we got to find places for that. And stop trying to throw a Band-Aid on a wound that needs stitches. That's what my BFF always say.
It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad because, you know, they don't belong there.
They don't.
They don't belong there, but the police have no other means but to bring them in there because they committed a crime, whether it's terroristic threat, something through somebody's window or whatever the case may be. It's a crime.
But
the root cause of it, the root cause of it is the problem. But I say this with ending this is that I find that people don't know where to find that peace. You know, you can't articulate your place of peace, then you resort to other things. And it's rough out here. You know, unfortunate for us, we were brought up knowing God. We went to church, did things, but the understanding that I didn't get until I was of older age to understand where my peace come from. Everybody don't have that.
Right.
Everybody don't know where to go to and have that faith of a mustard seed. Everybody doesn't have that to understand that, my steps is ordered.
Right.
Everybody don't have that to say, I'm going to go sit down and just look at the water and look at the trees and it's going to be all right. Everybody don't have that.
That's
they come
right.
in and it's just the world is falling down on them. This COVID has done a whole lot of stuff to people. Some people gave them sanity. They wrote books and they found themselves and it was good, but others it sent them into a slump.
Right.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I lost my whole business. I lost my whole house, my car. I have nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And here we are. And then giving everybody the stimulus checks and the unemployment and all that stuff. It helped some people, but some people it didn't help because you can't even get people back out here to work.
Exactly.
Signs everywhere.
They don't want to work now.
No,
I need to say this last one right here, Gloria. You are so right. We try to make them fit in our world instead of finding their place.
Right.
That's true.
I love that. Yes, that is exactly correct.
That's exactly what it is.
We
need to make it a norm. I mean, we got to find a way to let them fit in some way and stop passing judgments and that's my thing, passing judgments and making them feel like they're not normal. I mean, of course, it's a lot of work and it's not normal to a person who don't have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
But that person that has that problem, that's their norm. And we keep
that's all they know. Yeah.
It's their norm. And we make their norm tainted and don't find where their place is. They got a place in this life. Everyone do.
Yeah.
God ain't gonna make us and he ain't put nothing on us that we can't bear. I bet
you better say it.
Do better with their mental illness if we accept them than we would when we not having a mental illness. Because we so busy worrying about the bills, this and that, and this and that. They just going on their merry way dealing with what they feel they're dealing with. Their focus is totally different. It's not judgment.
Yeah.
Not judgment. I love this topic. I love everything about this topic. It just makes me really realize
we all have mental illness.
Yes, we all have mental illness. Yes.
Don't exempt yourself. What you could be gone, what you have today could be gone tomorrow.
Right.
I feel like this. We're all a paycheck away.
Yes.
From under the bridge.
Exactly.
And having those type of pressures cause people to snap every single day.
Every day.
Everybody needs somebody to talk to, an outlet.
Yes. And let me just say this. When does the most crime start? Around Christmas time, when people start acting crazy on Christmas. They want, they got to get this, they got to do that, because it makes it so hard to cope with what life is dealing. They think it's about what life is going to deal. Okay, if I don't have this, I don't have that, I got to have this. So people just snap. They just snap.
Yeah.
And it's life. Vina, this is much needed. Thank you so much. I believe
and the other thing is, who just look at what we're looking at. Gas is $5, guys. You can't buy any food. The meat and stuff is crazy high.
Right.
And you have to decide whether you're going to feed your family, put some gas on your car, or go
get something to eat.
Or just live or pay your bill.
You gotta give me everything is a life choice. So any mental, we can have mental issues on everything if you allow that to be your main focus. But people that's born with it, people that don't know how to come out of it, we all need help. Even our little, and we be looking for we look for help. We look for help for our little small stuff. But how about the people that has an ongoing issue?
Right.
Exactly. They need help. They need help. We need help.
Yeah.
That's just. Like I said, I love this topic. I want, and please, y'all share, and comment on what's in the bag. I just want just give y'all some of the What's in the Bag business page. Let's talk about What's in the Bag business page. Thank you. You welcome. You welcome. Dada. Thank you. Thank you. Whoever said you welcome. What's in the
Thank
Bag
you,
business
everybody,
page?
for having me. This was
Yeah.
awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yes.
Let's talk about What's in the Bag business page is going to be, it's upcoming. We're actually working on it as we speak. All the information that you will hear on What's in the Bag on our segments will be there. We have also services. The services, if someone come in render services that you need, you can go in our service, click on it. You'll see there's people that's giving all service, which is taxes. We even gonna have someone that works for AT&T. We're gonna have a mortgage broker person. We're gonna have so many things coming in the near future. Look forward to that. If you want to put your ads on there, we are looking. Reach out and let us know if you want to put your ads on. I'm sorry, I'm up here doing some other stuff. Also, I would like for y'all to check out our, I'm sorry, once in a minute, our What's in the Bag page. Also, I'm sorry.
Facebook.
Several did on Facebook. You see it, Vaughn? Could you go ahead on it and put that in for me? Because I got some other stuff I'm doing at the same time. I'm sorry. You got it?
You said what now? I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry. Could you let them know on what's up on the page? So I can finish.
Okay, so on our What's in the Bag Facebook page, we ask that you guys join us every day for comment and content. You'll find Mondays is Motivational Monday. Help us. We will help you, and you help us kick our week off.
That's right.
On a positive note. Tuesday is Talk About It Tuesday. Whatever is on your mind, different topics that you see, something that you may need help with. If you have a question about something, Talk About It Tuesday. Wednesday is Wisdom Wednesday. You may have something, a saying, know some resources in the community that may help somebody. Wisdom Wednesday, share your wisdom, share your knowledge, and help somebody. Thursday, we try to make it a little fun. This Throwdown Thursday. Who got the best mac and cheese? Who got the best collard greens? Who can make the best ribs? What games did you play as a kid?
Yes,
What's
all that,
what?
anything. Come
Throwdown
on
Thursday. And join us also to end our week with a funny, Friday Funnies.
Honey, if you got something on TikTok, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you got something on TikTok, Marvina will be putting some of her TikToks on there. Anything you like to say, joke of the day, anything like that.
Let's have some fun on Friday.
Yeah, we start our week off with motivation, and we end it with laughter. So we're just asking you guys to like, share, comment, join the conversation. We don't want it to just be us, talking all the time. Yes. You guys get on there and join the conversation with us.
And also, I would like to do some birthday shout outs. I got to do some birthday shout outs. Well, on Monday, my baby girl, Leah, she turned 23. She has become what we call a prophetess in dance. If y'all haven't seen her, I posted her performance on Sunday. Oh, it was awesome. When it's also my son Marvin, his birthday was on the 8th of June. I'm sorry, is this June or July? June.
June. We still in June.
Yeah, he turned 25. And guess what? My sissy, you want to do the honors, Dada? I'll let you have it. Go ahead. Birthday shout out too.
So my man's birthday is today. Hey, turn up a butt. I want to get Erwin a happy birthday. I had to cook breakfast already.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Erwin.
How about you? You got a birthday wish?
Who?
Yvonne?
Oh, well, Big Will, his birthday is today. he turned. I'm not gonna shout out his number. He said I can shout out his number. He big 5'9", and I have to honestly say he's still like he in his 30s. I'll give him that. He's still like he's in his 30s. So
Yes.
today will be baseball and birthday.
Right, man. I just want to
Oh, you said they said the same birthday,
shout out
huh?
Yeah,
everybody.
they said the same
Happy
birthday.
Yeah, I want y'all to let y'all believe this or not. It's almost time. It is time to go. We did well.
Yes, it is.
Thank you,
Thank
Lord.
you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
y'all
you,
so
Mommy. Thank you,
Yes.
for being part of our
Thank you so much,
segment.
Di.
And we
Oh,
love
no
you,
problem.
Dada. We thank
No
you so
problem.
much.
I'm
Y'all
glad
remember,
I'm
this is
able
not
to
for
do it.
autism children. This is actually jail. Mental issues in the jail. I
Yeah.
love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming.
All right.
See y'all soon.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
Love you more.
Bye.
Bye-bye.